I got a comment in my last video that I want to talk about in this video. I make videos to try to encourage people to start a YouTube channel. Typically people over 40, people who think they're too old to start a YouTube channel, and I try to convince them that no, you're not too old, you're never too old. So my videos tend to have a motivational, inspirational aspect to them because I love it. I love doing YouTube, and I truly think it's something that a lot of you would love to do as well. So I got this comment, and it was what I would call negative, probably through no fault of the commenter, but I want to talk about it. Let me just read it for you. I need my glasses. So the comment went like this. YouTube changes some people's lives, but not many. I've been running my channel for 16 years. It hasn't changed my life financially, except that it's cost me a lot of money to create. People need to realize that this platform will only ever provide a living for a very small number of people. Okay, so what do you think? Is he right? Is he wrong? What do you think I'm going to say? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on that comment. Let me say first that I understand where this guy's coming from. 16 years, man, that is a long time to be doing YouTube. That's a long time to be doing anything. I don't think I've ever done anything for 16 years. So if you do something for 16 years and you don't see the results that you want to see, then yeah, I can see how you would be totally disheartened. But now I kind of see myself in, sometimes I feel like I'm in a room full of people who don't think it's worth it. When I see comments like that, like not all the time, like it's, you know, a lot of people who watch my videos, a lot of you want to start a channel, and you are starting channels, and some of you are having success and some are not. But I think we're all trying to do this kind of together, right? So, but when I hear a comment like that, I feel the need to respond. So I did respond to his comment, and I want to talk about that here. First of all, right off the top, I never said in my last video that YouTube will change your life financially. Okay, maybe it was implied, and you know that, you know, I'll take the heat for that. It certainly can change your life financially. Now, it didn't change his, and there's a lot of people whose lives have not been changed financially on YouTube, but it could totally change your life in other ways. You know, discovering a new hobby. You know, you can create a channel to leave a legacy. You can create a channel, just something to do, and it could be fun, right? Not everybody wants to create a YouTube channel so that they can make money with it. You know, a lot of people do want to, but not everybody. So this guy apparently does, or did, want to earn money from it. And it hasn't happened for him. So when he says people need to understand that it'll only make money for a very few number of people, that I do not agree with. There are hundreds of thousands of people making a living with YouTube. Tons and tons of people. The number I found, or the percentage I found, was 0.3% of the people who have YouTube channels actually make enough money to make a living on it. So that might not sound like a lot, but the math works out to hundreds of thousands of people. Now, 0.3%, how small of a number is that? Let's consider a lottery, okay? So he seems to be equating YouTube with winning the lottery, okay? If you win the lottery, very small chance of winning the lottery, very small chance of being successful on YouTube. YouTube is not like a lottery at all. A lottery is 100% luck, whereas with YouTube, yeah, it's good to be lucky, and there are some cases where luck plays a role, okay? Some can argue what kind of a role or how big of a role luck plays. Some think it plays a huge role, other people not so much. But anyways, you make your own luck with YouTube, okay? There are things that you can do to affect the success that you have with YouTube. If you just put videos together and throw them up on YouTube without much thought into what you're making videos about, what your audience wants to see, without any thought about targeting a specific audience or a niche, then YouTube's not going to work for you. You do have to put thought into things like that. You have to treat it, if you want to make business-like income from YouTube, you have to treat it like a business. YouTube is a tool. It's not, by itself, it's not a way to make money. Just, I'm going to make videos, put them on YouTube, and make a living, period. It doesn't work that way. You have to have a plan. You have to be strategic and tactical with the decisions you make, the videos you make, what you make videos about, the style of videos, who your audience is, all those things. And if you notice the things aren't working, then you change things, right? Like if you notice your click-through rates are down, they're not as high as you would like to see them. Let's say you're getting 1% or less, and you'd like to see 5% or more, then work on your titles, work on your thumbnails. If you see people aren't watching much of your video, if you notice that 90% of the people drop out of your video after 10 seconds, then your hook isn't very good. They'll start to watch your video, they'll click to get in, and as soon as you start talking or your video begins, they bounce, they leave. So work on your intros, work on retention, work on being interesting or talking about things that people want to hear about. Okay, all the things. There are so many things you can work on to improve your videos. And because of that, it's not just pure luck. Now, another analogy I'll give you is, let's talk about being a professional athlete. Okay, some people think that's kind of like winning the lottery, right? I grew up thinking, oh, I'd love to be a professional hockey player when I was really young. That didn't happen, but could it have? I don't know. I mean, there has to be a certain level of skill, obviously, and talent. But in a lot of cases, I truly believe you can learn skills and you can become talented with practice. But be that as it may, let's consider professional athletes. I did some quick math before I got here, and I'm going to get it all wrong if I attempt to say it right here. So let's fast forward to editor Rob, and he will insert some stats right here. What percentage of people become professional athletes? Let's just look at North America for argument's sake. We've got football, basketball, baseball, hockey, and soccer. Those are probably the major ones. How many people are professional athletes in these sports? In football, we've got roughly 2,000. Basketball, around 600. Baseball, we've got 800. Hockey, around 750. And soccer, 1,400. If we add all that up, we get 5,550 professional athletes in North America. How many people are in North America? The US has around 340 million, Canada with around 41 million, and you've got Mexico, 130 million. Total, you've got about 511 million people in North America. I'm pretty much only counting like the top tier professional athletes. For argument's sake, let's even boost that number. Let's multiply that by 4. So now we're up to, let's just go with a round number, 20,000 professional athletes in North America. And if we divide this number by that, 20,000 divided by 511 million, we get 0.00004. That is 0.004% of the population are professional athletes. Okay, so if we compare that number to 0.3% being the number of people who do YouTube and can earn a full-time living with YouTube, YouTube becomes a whole lot easier to attain, it would appear, if we're just looking at the numbers. But again, if you get hung up on the 0.3% number, just understand that there are so many people who start YouTube channels that give up, okay? They'll start a channel, they may never even post a video, or they'll start a channel and they'll post, a couple videos for a month and then stop and never to be heard from again. You know how many channels out there are like that? Tons and tons of tons and tons of channels are like that. If you try harder than that, right off the bat, you are a step ahead of them, okay? So now the 0.3% doesn't mean a whole lot. I'm gonna turn around and go this way. Now the 0.3% doesn't mean anything. You can totally beat that. 16 years. So this is where I kind of feel for the guy. He's been at it for 16 years. Now, I don't know how hard he's been at it. I guess my argument to that would be, why do anything for so long if your goal is to be successful with it, if you're not trying anything new? I can't imagine anybody can do YouTube for 16 years try new things and not have some success from it. If you are willing to put yourself out there to make the videos and to make changes as you see things working, or as you see things aren't working, make changes to try to get things to work. Changes in the style of the videos that you make and the length of the videos. Get better at talking on camera, things like that. If you work at it, you will get better and you will have some success. How much success is going to depend on you. So my point is, YouTube is, the success that you have on YouTube or not totally depends on the effort that you put in. Okay? You got to put effort in to get results that you want out. That's the bottom line. So, again, I feel for him. That's a long time to spend trying something that's not working for him. And when he talks about the money and the fact that he's not made any money, but it's cost him a lot of money, I feel for him there too. You can spend a lot of money trying to do YouTube, buying cameras and lights and monitors and computers and tripods, all kinds of stuff you can spend your money on. But it doesn't have to be that expensive. You do need editing software. You do need a computer, actually you don't. You can edit on your phone. I don't. I edit on a computer. But if you have a phone, then you've got a camera. That's all you need. Maybe spend some money to get a decent mic. That would be if you only wanted to spend $500 to start a YouTube channel, I'd spend most of that on a mic. I'd use the phone I had, spend most of that on a mic, maybe $20 on a selfie stick, which is what I'm holding now. I'm using my phone. This mic is, I want to say it was $200, something like that. So that's some money. And then use free editing software. Nothing else needs to cost anything except for your time. Now, time's worth something too. Your time is valuable. Okay, so now it becomes, all right, if you want to calculate what your time is worth, you have to figure, what are you doing YouTube for? If it's a hobby, then it's kind of free time anyways, right? If it's something you want to do anyways, then great. But if you want to work it as a business, then yeah, you have to value your time. But try not to, if you try to put $1 per hour figure to it when you're starting out, you're not going to be happy. It's not going to look good. You don't make money with YouTube right off the bat. It's not like a job. No one's going to pay you to make your videos. You have to enjoy it. And you have to do it with the future in mind, just like running a business. So I think my main point that I want you to take away from this video is that when this person says people need to realize that only a very small number of people are going to be able to have financial success on YouTube, I would kind of rephrase that and say that people need to realize that if you want financial success from YouTube, you have to be willing to put in some work. You have to be willing to learn, kind of study as you go and learn things as you go. YouTube is not a static environment. Things are changing all the time. It's dynamic. Things change all the time. The algorithm changes. People's viewing habits change. And you as a creator have to change with those things if you want to continue to grow. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. For the most part, those ups and downs are not going to be predictable. And you have to be okay with that. You kind of have to have a small business mindset. You're investing your time in making videos, in learning skills. You're investing that into your future. And if you always keep your eye on the future and not on the here and now, not always. You do have to focus on the here and now to know what you're doing and to learn. But you need to keep your eye on the future too. Always remember why you're doing this. Are you just trying to grow a number of subscribers to a certain number of subscribers? And do you think you're going to be successful once you hit that certain number? That's not usually the way it works either. Last point. The last point I'll make here is that here's another couple walking up the trail here. I'm trying to stay ahead of them. Last point I'll make is Success on YouTube doesn't usually come just from YouTube. You can earn money from YouTube, AdSense revenue, right? You can earn 55% of whatever YouTube collects revenue-wise from ads on your videos. They pay to you. Oh, that scared me. There's a bike, right? So you can earn money that way. But that's not the only way you can earn money. If that's the only way you want to earn money, then you're going to have to work pretty hard at your channel, and you're going to have a very successful channel to support you with that. But then, even then, you are relying on a single source of income, and that's not necessarily that smart. There's no wiggle room there. like the ups and downs I talk about. If there's a down time in the revenue you're earning from YouTube, which again is not very predictable, you might be suffering personally, not being able to get enough money out of your YouTube business, right? So in order to weather those storms, it's usually better to have some kind of other business going on in the background that YouTube sends leads to. So whether that's courses that you make or consulting that you offer, coaching, checklists that you sell, an Etsy shop that you sell products in, whatever it is. And there's all kinds of different things. Consulting is a big one. I talked to a guy this morning, actually, who wants to make videos about going on African safaris. And a great idea we talked about there was he could become a planner to help other people plan their safari trips, right? So he could be a consultant for other people who want to plan trips. His videos can be all about the safaris and beautiful videos of the African desert and all the animals and all that stuff. But the actual business model can be making money from people that he can help. Last thing, final thing. What do you think about the scenery here? Isn't it beautiful? All the colors. So do you call this season that I'm in here now, it's middle of October, do you call this autumn or do you call this fall? It's called both. I've always called it fall. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Anyway, what do you call it? Autumn or fall? I think it's fall because what are the leaves doing? They're falling. Har har. Oh, nobody else heard that, just you guys. Private joke between you and me. You and I. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, my name is Rob. If you're new here, welcome. It's nice to meet you. If you're returning, welcome back. Good to see you again. And until next time, I'll see you later. All right, bye. I purposely drove to a different part of the trail because it's so beautiful here with all the fall colors. It's funny, I've never really realized it until some of you pointed it out in my last video, how beautiful the colors are. It's one of those things you take for granted if you live here, but I think wherever you live, there's something beautiful about your area, and I encourage you to make your videos outside so that the world can see where you live and what it looks like. It looks like a bit of like if you look in the woods there, all the leaves that are on the ground, it kind of looks a bit, I don't know, like a horror movie. You ever watch Stephen King movies? We're not that far from Maine, and that's where Stephen King set all of his movies. Anyways, I just thought I'd mention that, like, if you're looking for an interesting place, or if you're having trouble figuring out where to film your videos, consider going outside. Like, your area, your neck of the woods, your part of the world may not seem like anything special to you, but I guarantee it will seem special to somebody. All right? I always use the example of Arizona being completely different geographically, and the scenic views completely different to here in Nova Scotia. To me, the red rocks of Arizona, absolutely stunning. It's not something we see around here. Whereas to people in Arizona, they're not used to seeing these fall colors and the trees, all the greenery that we have here in the ocean. So consider making videos outside. I think your audience would love that. All right, now I'll say bye for good. All right, not for good, till next video. See ya.